Call. Okay.
And he calls. Francisco's going to call the all-in. 11,000 more. JMC is all in. Francisco covers. And he flops a flush draw and a gutter. Sorry, I had to take a little break there. Behind the scenes conversation going on. JMC pocket aces here. Facing two limps. Saw him with kings a few hands ago. Raise it up to 800.
Right.
Re-raise. Make it 6,800.
And Francisco is going to 3-bet to 6,800, and JMC has pocket aces. A huge 3-bet by Francisco with king 10 suited. And JMC sitting here with pocket aces.
All in.
And all in from JMC and Francisco, thinking about calling off.
A little less.
12 more.
12 more.
With king 10 suited.
Puts in 68 right here. This is 12.
Call.
Okay.
And he calls. Francisco's going to call the all-in. 11,000 more. JMC is all in. Francisco covers. And he flops a flush draw and a gutter. And he bricks it out. They're going to run it again. Wow. He almost hit it. $37,000 pot. And he flops an open-ender. And bricks it again. And JMC is going to win both pots with pocket aces. $37,000. As Francisco decides to gamble, makes it 6,800, calls off the extra 11,000, and flops a draw on both boards and bricks.
17.
Okay.
$37,000 for JMC. He continues to run good on Live at the Bike.
Yeah. Call.
His press person put out like a statement, because at first he
Three
was just
players.
casually just not talking about it, and then his press person put out a statement. It's like, well, he's been in this business for like this many years.
Check.
He's like a dinosaur trying to adapt to new times.
Right. Like it was okay then.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, give him a break.
I also heard that
650.
he would make deals with actresses, if you
A set here for Griffin and a nut flush draw for Francisco.
They would do it,
a lot of his roles were filled that way.
and they did it, but
They
now
did.
they're not happy about it.
I mean, see, I don't.
Yeah, I'm sure a much bigger percentage of the ones that
2650.
I don't want that
And
going
a
on.
raise from Francisco to 2650 with a nut flush draw, and Griffin sitting here with bottom set.
But, I mean, he had busted like that hardcore.
Well, yeah. I think,
There's so many people came out and said stuff. But you're gonna rack up a long list over like 50 years.
it's like, hey, I'm not ready yet, but hey, come on in, watch me take the shower. We'll talk.
Calls.
Talk about the next roll.
Griffin is going to flat call. His hand looks so strong here.
Yeah.
Heads up.
And 7K in the pot, 9K back for Francisco. This could end poorly for him. Oh no, the turn's a 5 of clubs. The nuts for Francisco.
I gotta distract them with propaganda so they don't focus on all the
Could be a
mistakes I
turnaround
make.
for Francisco.
I don't think they hear you.
That's good.
It's hard to.
It depends on whether the announcers are talking.
Yeah.
They're probably talking.
Hopefully they're yapping it up.
Bet. 5,700.
And a huge bet, 5,700 from Francisco with only 3,500 back.
Yeah, he's tanking on whether he's coming or not.
He's sitting in his car in the parking lot.
He's like,
I don't know.
He's already flipped the coin like 8,000 times.
Nope, it's probably true.
Fucking
Probably very
48, 47 heads and tails back. He's like, oh, okay. Best out of 300. He's tanked. It's really funny. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And can Griffin get away from this one? He has a set, but Francisco put in a large portion of his stack here. Can Griffin get away from this one?
Sorry, guys.
And Griffin making it obvious that he has a tough decision here.
Griffin hitting with 18 of clubs.
Trying to give us a little Harrison.
It's going to be an over 25K pot if they get it in.
Aaron Rodgers could miss the rest of the season.
They should just try to lose every game and get a draft pick. You know, at that point, because they're not going to win shit.
And he makes the good fold. What a fold
So you came in with the fully auto map
by
today, huh?
Griffin Paul. A world-class fold. Folding his set on the turn. What a great fold by Griffin.
What did they do last night? Just, I know you don't care about this part, but what did they do last night? Did they stand or kneel for the next one?
Freeway.
You didn't know.
That's like something that some people care about. That like
I knew you didn't.
I just don't give a
No,
fuck
I know you
either
didn't.
way.
That's why
So,
I said
like,
I know you don't care, but
yeah,
maybe that's all.
I didn't honestly. I
Two
didn't
overs
want
and
to
a
just
gutter backdoor
go
flush
off
shot for
and got in,
JMC.
like,
Griffin
yeah,
with
and
top
that
pair.
thing started,
Totally
so
get it.
that's
I remember you said that last night too, so I practiced it.
400.
Is it usually?
See how JMC plays this one. This is an interesting spot.
I thought it was just
Each
like
team's different.
Well,
Could call, could check raise.
I know that Kelsey has
Probably
moved
wouldn't
forward,
fold,
so I'm guessing the Chiefs probably kneeled.
especially to
And
this sizing.
I don't know how the Raiders are, but like
Just the
no
call
ours
for
are, like,
JMC.
maybe they did,
Yeah, I don't know.
but
And yeah, some have.
Francisco
some do,
calls
some
too with
don't.
ace high.
I don't know. This one's wondering what-
Queen would be bad for him.
Last season, I thought it was just like a few guys.
Queen would be the
What was
massive
that?
cooler card. 5 of diamonds gives JMC a flush draw
yeah,
now.
and then it started getting like much bigger once it got in more mediated.
Yeah,
do
and then,
think,
well,
um,
once Trump said something.
Yeah, once he did it, they all laid down. Yeah.
I mean, I do think it's kind of overblown personally, but I guess you're gonna do that.
Yeah. I remember we talked about it. So it came up.
Although I did find out something, is that it's actually written into
1800. And now this is the
rules that
decision
it's the same thing.
I did it.
for JMC. This is the decision
Yeah.
point.
I
He
didn't know
improved
that.
his hand. He has a flush draw.
Yeah.
They just
Can he
enforced,
conceivably
go dancing.
check raise here
Hey, I'm glad that you
and
brought
rep
back
a
the
5.
touchdown celebrations, man.
Well, they could do it by team.
or rep
now,
a
right?
full house?
I think it's a team celebration now. You can't do it individual. That's what I think.
Oh, is
That's
that
what
it?
I
Open
think.
from
Okay.
plus 3.
Which I like when
I
they
saw
do
He
that,
checked
too.
the
It's
flop.
way more fun with more players is more fun anyways.
Plus, and they like
Can he rep a 5 here?
and they like to dance. You know.
Can he rep pocket 9s?
I mean, there's nothing better in football than getting a
Yeah.
touchdown. That's
Little
for
icky
sure.
shuffle. I actually enjoyed that kind of stuff.
No, he's not going to go for it. He
I
folds.
loved when everyone hated him, but when Terrell Owens used to bring the football back to the star. Yeah. Makes it interesting.
All in.
Francisco just went all in for 17,000 over A $1,800 bet. Wow, what is going on here? And despite being down a lot today, Francisco is not scared. He is going for the glory. And Griffin is going to
You
fold.
should fucking put out fires with your hands,
He's
man.
going to show it. No,
I mean,
he's not going to
that's
show
what I'm
it.
saying. I knew you didn't. You should just put fires out with your hands, you crazy motherfucker.
He just goes all in for $17K over an $1,800 bet. What a maniac.
Run in and just
And it happens to work. Gets Griffin the
Probably
full
didn't. I
top
knew he was
pair.
turning that over.
Those things were expensive too, right?
Yeah, from what I remember, I couldn't tell you what they were, but they were.
325.
They were.
Re-raise 1200.
Aces versus queens here. Nick and Leor. Wow, here we go, guys. Big pot coming. 3-bet from Leor. And Nick's just going to call with pocket aces. Man, he could have played a huge pot here if he
Check.
decided to 4-bet. But you know what? I don't mind it. Everyone knows that Nick's 4-bet range is really nutted. And so he's protecting that. I don't mind his play here.
850.
850 from Leor. How's Nick gonna play it? Nick's gonna raise. Wow. Huge raise, 2550 from Nick. Now Leor trying to figure out what in the world could Nick have here. Leor calls. Ooh, the turn is a 6.
All in.
And Nick goes all in. Leor has 10K back. He shoves into a 7K pot. Can Leor fold queens here? This would be an incredible fold. Does he really expect Nick to have aces or kings? Would he really play jacks this way? Would he really play a 6 this way? Can he even have a 6? All this going through Leor's mind. Or does Nick just have a jack, and is he overplaying a jack? What a interesting spot for Leor.
Feels like last week again.
Yeah. You are okay.
I think so.
I think it's even up.
This is such a cool way to play aces if you're Nick. Especially given the hand that you're going against here on this board texture. It's really hard to be bluffing on a 6-6-6 board. Can Leor fold this hand? This would be an incredible fold. 7,600 in the middle. He's shoving for 10,000 more, and he calls.
Sure.
They're going to go twice.
Twice.
Jacks?
You have jacks?
No, I'm asking. No,
Oh, I was saying, fucking, are you kidding me?
I-
Have aces.
And he's going to win both.
Jacks. I'm with you.
6 full of aces on the first board. The second board, the 6 rolls off on the river, making the board quadded, so his kicker plays in the second board. Nick is going to scoop a $28,000 pot. He's going to felt Lior, and Nick Vertucci
Wait. 4-6 is
played aces like a boss. If you're not a subscriber, you can subscribe and watch poker on demand all day, every day.
600.
Rick raising it up with pocket kings here. Nick flatting the ace-5 of spades, and Chris wakes up with aces. Wow, look at this. We got aces versus kings. Chris versus Rick. These guys are friends. They live in England together. Rick is from the Netherlands. Chris is from England.
Raise it. 2,900.
And now they just coolered each other here. Aces versus kings. And now how does Rick play this? Does he flat and let Nick come in behind? Does he 4-bet to get it in? Aces versus kings. The classic matchup. Can Rick not stack off here? And he just calls. And how many times have we seen aces versus kings
Heads up.
in this 25-50 or 5100 game on Live at the Bike? So often. Nick gets out of the way. Queen, queen 10. 2 hearts. Rick is going to lose some money in this hand, but he probably won't lose his stack.
Bet 2,200.
2,200 and 66.50. 1/3 pot from Chris. And of course, this is while the straddle's on, so the stakes are doubled.
Raise it up. 5,100.
Wow, and Rick is going to raise to 5,100 here with kings. An ambitious raise.
All in.
And Chris goes all in.
Player goes all in.
Wow, doesn't even think about it too long. Already knows the right move there when Rick clicks it back. And at this point, all Rick can beat is a combo draw. Something like ace-king of hearts. Ace-jack of hearts. Wow, Chris knows Rick enough to know that he has the best hand there most of the time. Rick raises that flop and still Chris snap jams with aces. Wow. He just knew. And Chris is going to profit almost 9K in that pot. Rick makes the fold.
But like,
10s for Chris. He just
possible
flats.
it could be higher than
8s
that.
for Bryce.
Like, if the reason you dine is like has to do
And
with,
Nick's
like,
going to call the
ace
small blind with
three,
ace-3 off. Lior with ace-queen of clubs in the big blind. This is a good spot for Lior to squeeze. Somewhere in the 2K range.
Raise it up. 1,800.
1,800.
Yeah.
Somebody without replacing it.
Yeah.
Because you can't do that.
Let's see what JMC does, but Chris is going to call. Bryce is going to call. Nick's going to fold. The only question is, what will JMC do?
I plan to cryogenically freeze my body. Not that expensive, and like, if
All 3 options on the table here.
you know, 100 years down the road, maybe technology's bad enough for
It's
that.
probably a fold.
To me, it's a pre-roll.
Yeah.
most of the time, maybe 60% of
I
the
mean,
time,
it only
and
costs some money,
a
and I'm
flat
dead
like
anyway, so what does money do me?
Do you believe there's something after? Here you go.
maybe a fold 70% of the time, a flat
The reason
20,
why, 'cause that would be the,
That would be the reason.
5% of the time, and a
For
4-bet
me,
5% of the time.
I
But
don't believe in that.
JMC is gonna call here,
Like a free roll.
got it.
and no, sorry, no, he is gonna fold. Okay, so he does fold. Yeah, I would probably fold most of the time there. It's a dangerous spot. Now Chris is gonna Hollywood and certainly call.
Call.
Bryce is definitely gonna call.
Alright, more than me.
Seven.
Good, yeah, good.
17,000.
Nick should be folding.
Can I have my cards back?
You can have mine.
Okay, 3 players.
Five, seven, nine, 2 spades, and JMC would have flopped a nut
Check.
flush draw. We have an overpair for Chris. Leor checks with his overs and backdoor flush draw. Bryce
That's 2,000.
with a pair and a gutter. Chris is going to bet 2,000 into 6,000. I expect Bryce to call. He has a spade as well for backup. If you're Bryce, Chris's hand definitely looks like an overpair here. He just bets 1/3 pot into the field after the initial 3-better checks. But Bryce has too good of a hand to fold for 1/3 pot. He calls.
Heads up.
Leor gets out of the way, despite having a backdoor flush draw. And a jack on the turn gives both players a gutter. I could see this going check, check. I could see a small bet and a call.
Check.
Check, check makes the most sense.
Okay.
And Bryce is going to bet. I thought Bryce would check this back.
All in. Player goes
Bryce goes all in. He's essentially turning his hand to a bluff here. 92.50 into 10,000. He's specifically trying to get tens to fold here, or he's trying to get a nut flush draw to fold. Those are the two hands that he can possibly get to fold here, but that's really it. Nut flush draw or pocket tens.
We're gonna drop that.
Maybe Chris could have pocket queens.
Couldn't make his mind up.
Chris folds. And Bryce takes it down, turns his hand into a bluff. He has a double gutter along with his pair, sticks it in, gets Chris to fold, and Bryce takes down the pot.